What limiting beliefs are holding you back? Do you believe that you're too stuck in your ways to change? You are too old to achieve the goals that you want to succeed in? Do you let what other people think define what you do and how you feel? Are you not sure if you can handle change when it comes your way? If you said yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. Like, we all have some limiting beliefs that we're holding on to. What are yours? These things that we have are within or with self. And essentially the enemy looking to kind of manage us or control us or put a foot on us. I just wanted to create this video because this is also something that I struggle with. At the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing something about a tactic you can utilize to manage limiting beliefs while in your self-development, self-improvement journey using Bible verses. How to reframe or look at things biblically. So what does all of these limiting beliefs have in common? Regardless of if what I've shared is on your list or not, they all have one thing in common. And that one thing is fear. That one thing is fear. So what do we do to demolish that? With that said, when we worry, what does that say about where we stand in our faith? Turn with me to Matthew's. We're going to be in Matthew 6, verses 25 through 27. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds in the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more than valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Let's think about that for a second. How much time has been added to our lives through worry? How much time has been added to rejoicing within our worry? Has worrying brought joy to you? I would think, me personally, no. I would think it has, instead of added time, took away a lot of our time, took away a lot of our joy, took away a lot of our comfort, took away a lot of our energy, took away a lot of our confidence. I see it as a removal, not an add-on. And we continue to have these self-limiting beliefs. And they stay and they remain for as long as we allow them to stay and remain. We keep speaking light into them, life into them. That being said, if we turn to Matthew 15, verse 18, it says, "But the things that come out of a person's mouth comes from the heart, and these defile them." So as we continue to repeat these things to ourselves, we are defiling ourselves. We are harming ourselves. We are internally torturing ourselves. We are hurting ourselves. There's a way out of this. And it's not a quick trip. It is not a snap of a finger. It is not any of those things. Not at all. This is a lifelong journey. When we hear someone else say something about something we want to accomplish, something we want to do, and then we hear that critic, I don't know you to be this kind of person, and you go ahead and believe that, here's something you can read to kind of like, curb the naysayers, curb those who don't see the vision you see, because it's not their vision, it's yours. It's something God placed in you because it needed you to be that person that stepped into that position. So when you get to that place, and also forget that person and don't even bring what your visions are to these individuals, because they are not yet in line or aligned with you because of their own limiting beliefs. So surround yourself with people who you see moving in that direction, but also check out Matthew 10, verse 14. "If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet. That means get up and go. That means like, bye. That means I'm not gonna let how you feel interact or interrupt what I wanna do and what I'm feeling right now. I'm not gonna let you steal my joy. I'm not gonna let you steal my vision. Goodbye. That's what that means. That's what it's gonna mean, at least how I'm reading it. That's what it means to me. So if it means that to you, let it mean that to you too. And one thing you can start to do, which is the idea to shift. One of the ways we can work towards shifting this behavior, shifting this mindset, shifting this thought process is the law of assumption, aka, in my book, faith. Increase in our faith. Let's turn to Matthew 10:14 to see exactly what that looks like. It reads, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Now, yes, it says you'll receive whatever you ask for in prayer, but you should also take action while taking action in prayer by praying. This is not a God will provide, I'm praying for this, God will provide. It also takes some steps on your part. It also takes like a little inching, a little movement, a little I believe, I will take a step, and I'll pray through this process that God will resolve what's happening in my mind as I'm going through this season of doubt, or this season of disbelief, the season of fear. God will lead me through this process as I take steps. Taking steps could be reading the Bible. Taking steps can be taking action on the things that you fear so that you can kind of inch your way into seeing that maybe it's not that scary. Maybe it's not something I should be running away from. Maybe there is joy at the end of this, and praying through that process. What are we doing with the things that we have been gifted with? I personally had an experience with this law of assumption. And my law of assumption is believing that God will lead me through this process. And so for me, this law of assumption, I was applying for a volunteering opportunity. And in my heart, I was like, I know what God has for me. In my heart, I know I have a spirit of giving. In my heart, I know this opportunity is for me, and therefore I will have it. And so I went through this interview, and they were telling me how they have several hundreds of people applying for this interview to be part of this volunteering opportunity. And I was like, yeah, okay, but it's mine. Maybe that was a little arrogant, but in my heart, I had a standing and understanding that this was mine because there was a connection with it. I received an email recently saying that, hey, hold this date for your second interview for the next stage. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I already knew this was coming. I knew I would have another interview because in my heart, I had that faith. So I took that moment. I thanked God for that opportunity because He had instilled in me that knowing, that understanding that this is for me, and whatever is mine will be mine, and that is that. So what is for you? Like, look at these limiting beliefs, the ones I'm also facing with too. I face many. We're gonna look at our limiting beliefs and take action. We will prayerfully take action.